We're live.
I think we're live from New York.
Live and in full effect.
First of all, I feel like we owe some of these people an apology.
Oh, yeah.
An apology for...
Is this a wild turkey apology, or is this just a unexperienced apology?
Well, both. Mostly what I'm...
Sorry, this is my first time?
Yeah, no, I'm speaking on the apology of the amount of errors we made in recording our first podcast. Like, if anybody had to, like, max on their volume or perhaps got tired of the thing blowing out.
Right.
Or the lights flickering in and out.
Maybe I didn't watch the YouTube video that closely. I felt like it was clean.
You probably watched it after having some of that wild turkey.
Yeah, I was.
That was good to me.
Let's be honest, I didn't.
This is Hollywood quality.
Let's be honest, I didn't actually watch it. I just listened to it.
No, I didn't watch it either. I watched just only a few clips, which is weird rewatching it again afterward.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do the
it's
intro?
Hard to. It's hard to listen to yourself.
You want to do the intro?
No, just went blank as soon as you say, "Hey, you want to do the intro?" hey.
I don't know what to do right here.
What are we gonna do? How are we gonna do the intro this time?
You could always go.
Did we?
I don't know. It's your call this time.
Yeah. I think I had some stuff, but now I forgot it all. I forgot it all.
We can always do. It's
As
live
soon as
from.
you put me on the spot.
It's live from Middleton.
I feel like it should be something along the lines of Pillow Talk with Alex and Jer. The legend is born.
That's a Mario sound.
Are you tired?
Are you tired of going to bed?
Are you tired of all these scarf-wearing, beard-growing men with flannel shirts?
I know I am.
And tight pants?
Well, not
I am too. From the depths of where men are men and bros become bros.
Yeah, you put on your 100% cotton underwear and you get to bed without those stupid PJs and you turn on Pillow Talk.
It's Pillow Talk. Tasty.
I feel like he gets me.
He just understands. Yeah, we're just gonna kick out sound bites for this entire episode.
Yeah, this is
These guys get me.
This is our audition for our intro.
This will be like the skit episode. Live. Yeah, this will be the outtakes and funnies from Alex and Jer.
You don't get it. I just want to be heard.
There's no one to hold me right now.
Yeah. I wish there was a podcast where people just got me.
Whatever happened to the bros?
I just want to be understood.
I know there's a bro code, but no one will ever talk to me about it.
My wife won't let me go out. So listening is my going out. Yeah. No, true story.
That's funny.
True story. Jer, what are your thoughts? UFC 234. Give us a
234.
UFC 234.
I have to apologize first off because I did not watch it.
No?
No, sir.
Do you know that I was this close to texting you because I was in Nampa and I was like, hey, can I come over and watch?
Sir, I told you I was in McCall, sir.
Oh, you were in McCall. How was that?
Oh, dude, right now I just want to be like, I feel so primal right now, dude. I'm so primal.
God, that was ferocious.
Yeah, I know. I was out in McCall, lots of snow, beautiful area.
The lake's frozen over, isn't it?
Completely frozen
like
over.
You can walk. It's like 250 feet deep.
Yeah,
you know that?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I rented a boat. We got it. We did the little distance thing. 200 was that? Well, I don't know if that's the max, but we got it to part was 250.
They say that there's the Nessie Lake Monster or whatever.
Is it really?
Maybe I'm lying about that.
Was it Nessie or Lassie?
I might have just made that up.
No,
is it Lassie? That's a dog, bro.
Lassie.
That's a collie.
I heard that dog died of diabetes, and then they buried it in the bottom of that lake.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Interesting facts, dude. Bro facts.
Do not Google anything we say.
Yeah, something about standing in a cabin and having to like start an actual wood fire and stuff. You come back and I can feel my testosterone just pulsating through me right now.
I feel like if you guys tried for another kid, you'd
so man. Oh, dude.
Totally.
There was a lot of wasted baby making skills that happened up there, dude.
You launch your troops, they're like, gentlemen, we know what to do.
Man up.
Yeah. This is not a drill. Yeah.
Fire at will.
Yeah. Calluses are still burning from
safety.
chopping wood.
Yeah, let's just put it this way: safety was off, dude. The entire weekend, safety was off.
Well, why put it on?
That's the point. Once you get up there,
the way I look at it, why put it on?
No, it was amazing though. We were up there, hit Brundage while we were up there. So much powder.
Yeah, did you go snowboarding?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They just got 2 feet. 2 feet of new snow.
Really?
Dude, yeah, it was nuts.
It was not frozen.
It was almost.
Fresh powder?
Oh, fresh.
Really?
There was a moment that I was going down a run at one point, and there was like an avalanche coming down with me. I thought to myself, this is it, you know?
Yeah.
This is how I die.
Did you take a selfie while going down?
I wish.
Avalanche.
I wish I had GoPro on right there.
Yeah.
Was it pretty dope.
Are you serious? There was like a little bit of something coming down.
It was. It was the very first run of the day. I think we went on a. I know. I think we went on a run that was far enough over that no one had really touched it yet. Oh. And so it was I mean, it wasn't really.
Is this like a backside?
I'm lying.
Is this about the backside? Is this like the backside?
There was for sure snow coming down.
Felicia threw like a snowball at you.
Yeah.
The way you kind of played it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I probably got hit with a snowflake, and I just assumed it was an avalanche.
Did you
this is it, bro. Did you see me? And they're like, no. That's how every great thing happens in my life. Something great happens, I'm like, did you see that? No.
It's one of those. What I think took place and what actually took place.
Yeah. No, there was for sure tons of powder.
Yeah.
And there was an avalanche-like effect, but.
It was just a drill.
I think my safety was always in hand. There was no.
So did you guys go with the kids or just
unsafe? Do you like that better?
Unsafe.
Unsafe.
I always lived to be unsafe.
Do you like hearing us through the mic better though?
Is that what you did there?
I did. I just opened it up.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know if I do or I don't.
I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I'm talking to a Pepsi Cola can now.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing. Zero clue. We look damn comfortable.
We do. I wish you'd sit down. It makes me nervous.
Did you really? I feel like...
No, if that's what's better for you, then that's fine.
What? I'm going to speak from my stomach and not my diaphragm anymore. First rule of vocal lessons, you speak from the diaphragm, bro.
That's my problem. I'm untrained.
Bro, this baritone...
This is so informal for me. Wow. Somebody has had voice lessons.
I did. You know what, bro?
Someone's had voice lessons.
I might not have gotten the girls in college or high school or middle school or ever. Did I smell them when I walked by? You know I did.
Did I touch their hair as they walked by freely? Just whoop.
Yeah.
You know, let's just say that Alex tried the old eyelash trick one too many times on women. You got an eyelash, make a wish. You're like, all right, creeper. You know, get out of here.
There's a legend that comes with it.
It's an Alex legend. They actually call you doing the Alex when they go to your
Except
alma mater.
Except they're like, this is doing the virgin. This is what...
Doing the virgin.
You know Alex was again? Yeah, I know Alex was again.
Legend has it. One man
in the deepest roots of the savannah.
It happened in a high school in Seattle.
One man, many acnes. Yeah. So, did you get to watch any of the football when you're up there?
You just said the football.
We talked about
You're talking fights. No, I didn't watch any of the fights. I actually had my buddy was sending me updates of what was happening as far as the Anderson Silva fight because that's all I really cared about.
So
it was a pretty all respect to UFC. Sorry, but it was a pretty lame card. There's no way, even if I was here, I wouldn't have paid money for that.
You wouldn't have paid money? Mm-mm. I was this close paying money just to watch the last.
That card was too weak.
It's too weak.
And it's not the last Anderson Silva fight.
You don't think so?
He's already saying he wants to fight Nick Diaz.
Yeah, Nick Diaz. I saw that. But
by the way, the first fight wasn't even.
I can't do this. I'm sorry.
That's fine, dude. It's fine.
And it's not because it's not real.
I feel.
It's not because it's not real leather.
I feel like I was getting clammy though. Like I get clammy. Like if you're up, should I get up? Should I stand up?
Here's the way I look at it.
Am I being rude?
Here's the way I look. No.
Am I rude right now?
No. Somebody needs to be the pretender, and I feel like if somebody barges to that door.
It's kind of like when someone walks up at like you're at a restaurant and you have friends that are coming to meet you, and they come. And you don't stand up, like you're just like, hey, buddy, this is what you're doing. You shake their hands while you're still sitting down. And you're like,
they put the hand on the shoulder.
You're like, I want to stand.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to stand up. Yeah. Do we hug while I sit down still?
Oh, it's so weird.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's so weird.
I hate
that, of course, the appetizer shows up just around that moment. She goes, frittatas, right over here.
Frittatas.
You're like,
who ordered the cheese sticks?
Kev just showed up. I mean,
what do I do?
Yeah, and it's mostly because you have a napkin on your lap when you're doing that. You're like, look, I'd get
Is that why?
I'd show homage. Well, etiquette.
I feel like it's rude not to stand.
Etiquette never takes a day off.
I feel like it's rude and not to stand and shake the hand.
It's always rude.
Shaking hands from the
rude,
seat.
It's weird.
Seated position. It's almost for me being the guy doing the up shake.
Yeah.
It's like a loss of masculinity.
What do you think is worse? So you and Felicia have been together like 16 years, right? Ish.
Closer to 20 there.
20, well, okay, so 20 years.
20-ish.
20-ish years. So
say 20-ish.
We're gonna have to dig way back in the dating world, right?
Dig.
So what's more awkward for you? Sitting down, bro comes behind you, going, "Hey man, good seeing you," and you do this like awkward, sitting down, standing up thing.
Well, good seeing you. If he says goodbye, I think that's
no.
okay.
Well, goodbye is easy. Be like,
goodbye is a good.
Technically, they're a quitter.
Intro.
Yeah, they're a quitter, and we don't hang with quitters.
Introduction.
So you're like, nah, you know what? Go get in your day woo. Get out of here.
Your day woo. You dropped the Daewoo on the last podcast.
Did I really?
You did. You have a real issue with Daewoos. I
feel like if I could get a Daewoo and just restore it,
you might. That might be it. It might
is
be
that a Korean card?
I feel
like it's a Korean card. No,
there might be some kind of resentment towards Daewoos, or maybe it's one
like
of those
the
things
worst car
where you
made.
talk down on things because you really wanted one inside, deep inside.
I don't know. I don't think there's ever been a moment that I wanted one. I just think it's more of like the car never survived.
You're like the guy that buys the Kia and then talks down on the Daewoo. Like they're the same car, Alex.
It's the same conversion rate.
Same car.
It's the same conversion rate as the guys that buy a Chrysler 300 and they say, "Oh, I got it because it looks like the Phantom."
Looks like the Phantom. You bought it.
You got it because it looks like the Chrysler 300.
You bought a Chrysler, bro. I get it.
That's a Cat Williams joke.
That is. I was just gonna say that, but I thought I'd let you ride. I thought I'd let you ride with that one.
There's gonna be comments. People going, it's Cat
Williams. Why you stealing Cat Williams jokes?
Yeah, don't do that. So here's my comparison. What's worse, the bro that's showing up to the restaurant and you're like, "Hey man, good to see you," awkward hug, or the first date you go on with a girl and I guess they're reading two different how the chemistry were. And so one person, whether you or her, goes in for the hug, and the other person kind of stops, puts that elbow, like the jiu-jitsu move, right? She's framing, right? She's framing, right? Right, the hook, sorry, bro. The hook's on the way. So she goes, so you're going for the hug, and she's going, "Oh, great."
Gives you like a pat?
Yeah. What do you think is worse?
I don't know. I guess it just depends.
Both affects your masculinity.
Yeah. Yeah, if a girl's not giving you a hug back when you're just going for a hug, I mean, going in for a kiss and she just gives you a hug instead, that's a different story. But if she's just not going to give you a hug, I don't want to be with that woman, sir.
Well, at this point, you're offended for the hug. But I'm just saying, what if you're the one that misread the situation and she went for the hug? Like I was on shift at the hospital, and I remember one of the girls came up, and she we haven't seen each other. She's like one of the friends at work. We haven't seen each other for a while, and so she did the whole thing where I don't really go and hug gals because I'm I don't get it. I mean, no offense, but she goes, "Alex, good to see you," and I go, "Hey man, what's up?"
Hey man.
And I totally caught it for that 2 seconds, where I'm like, "Oh, she was going for the hug," and I'm like, "Why is she going for the hug?" I don't know. Maybe it's weird. Maybe I had one gal going
Yeah, but I'm a hugger, so I'm down with it. Yeah.
I'm a hugger for guys.
I'm open for it.
I'm a hugger for guys.
Of course you are.
Yeah. It's something about that Old Spice and Aqua Velva.
Yeah, it'll suck you in, dude.
I don't know.
It sucks you in.
I'm weird that way. Honestly, I always feel like.
You know what gets me?
What?
Axe body spray.
Who buys that stuff?
Nobody.
Unless you have a lighter and you're about to start a fire.
If I smell it, it'll suck me in, dude.
Really?
Oh, it sucks me in.
It takes you back, doesn't it, though?
It does. That's what
high school.
I wore that. Yeah. I wore that maybe. For me, Axe came a little later in life than you, but it was probably early 20s.
If you think about it,
I was rocking that Axe body spray.
If you think about it, do you know what Axe?
I don't even know if they have commercials for that. Is he even around? Is Axe? Because that was a big thing.
They probably made some bad decisions financially.
The commercials were pretty big at the time.
Do you think kids huffed it? Do you think kids huffed it?
They for sure did.
Why are they huffing paint but not Suave or Axe?
Yeah. What's that? Oh, the Whippets. They did Whippets with Axe body spray.
So true story. I didn't know about Whippets and doing Whippets till 6 months ago. Until a buddy of mine at work goes "Dude, I used to do Whippets when I was a kid." I go, "What is that?" He goes, "Oh, you just go to the cake shop and be like, hey, can I have a case of Whippets? My mom's baking a cake." And apparently,
the closest I ever got to Whippets was a whipped cream bottle.
Really?
You just suck on the whipped cream bottle, you get that little.
Did it do anything for you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, by the way, please don't ever try any of this stuff. We should do a text overlay. Don't try it. So no,
it kills your brain cells, kids.
So
don't do it.
The buddy of mine that told me about it, he's like, I was like, what do you get from it? He goes, no, you get like high. I'm like, what's it like? He goes, well, it's like this, and this is literally the only explanation I ever got. He goes, it's like this. You do it and you go. Wah, 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 wah.
That's a horrible explanation.
Like, are you kidding? Like that's what you're chasing?
I would say it's more like holding your breath. Like when you hold your breath and you start getting all like dizzy and like, oh, I need to breathe now. That's what it is.
Why not just hold your breath?
Which isn't a good thing. Because it's too hard, Alex.
I just have too much respiratory failure.
Who wants to hold your breath?
Oh my gosh.
Hey, well, it's like those kids that used to choke each other out to get the high. That's kind of the same deal. Yeah. It's kind of the same deal.
Listen, when I was a kid, here's as innocent as it got. We just did the whole thing where you stand and you push against between a doorway and you push against a doorway for 12 hours. No, it's like, like a minute, right? So you push against a minute, and then you go. You fold your arms, and then you get a buddy behind you, like pick you up and squeeze you or something like that.
Life in Seattle, my friends.
Dry hump you from the back.
So much fun.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All of a sudden,
his high school days were great.
Follow-up question.
Tell us more. Yeah, tell us more about this.
Did he feel me up?
These great days. Yeah. Did you guys have clothes on? I feel like you should start out saying we were fully clothed before you tell this story.
I can't lie on this podcast.
I can't. I promised myself when I first started this podcast I'd be 100% honest.
Yeah, I feel like we need to change the top, not the topic, the title of this podcast to couples therapy.
Couples therapy. Were you touched? Yeah. Is that how it's going to start out? Were you touched? Possibly. There's a possibility.
Could you imagine putting that in the SEO title on the internet? Like, hashtag were you touched, hashtag yes I was touched.
iTunes is really going to take a while to publish this one.
They're not going to verify this podcast. I'll tell this much right now.
Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting. I wonder how long it takes to verify. Anyone out there listening that has a podcast, hit us up. Let me know how long that takes because I'm still waiting.
Oh, and you can use our email. We got an official email. It's pillowtalkpod@outlook.com. True story. Do you know how incredibly hard it is to register anything with Pillow Talk? I feel like there's some jerks out there that just went and bought everything that said Pillow Talk to it. That's when comes out with the album, he goes, Pillow Talk.
That's honestly, it took me so long to get iTunes to even accept it. I seriously started thinking that. Oh, I'm like, maybe it's the title. Maybe the title, they just won't do it. But I don't know. All it was the entire time was our logo. I had to just change the size of the logo. They wouldn't let me do it. Yeah, they wouldn't let me do it.
You thought of something more personal?
Specifically, I thought they were like angry at me.
It's not.
I'm sorry, Apple.
It's what you talk about.
It's not you, it's me, Apple. I swear to God.
We'll be better.
I'll change.
We'll be better. Is it
give me a chance.
Apple hates pink.
Just give me a chance and I'll change.
Magenta.
Yeah. It's a black and pink combination. They don't like that.
You think there's like a super masculine dude that works at Apple would be like, pink, not today, bro.
Error.
Two bros, Pillow Talk, magenta, not today, bro. Not in my house.
Not in my...
Yeah. Make America hetero again.
Not now, not ever. Make America hetero again. Is that what you... That's great. I love that. We're going to get in trouble for that one right off the bat. Right off the bat. I don't know. There goes our verification process, dude. Oh, we just lost our verification. I hope you're happy. Off that one simple statement.
In high school they teach you that don't post anything bad on Facebook because one day when you apply for a job, your employer might look at your Facebook. This is another thing. This is now another thing.
This is for sure podcast. That's what in the last one I mentioned my boss, and I thought to myself, oh, I shouldn't have even said that. Because...
but we talked up Professor Keith Owen though. We talked him up.
Yeah. Well,
do you feel like
Keith Owen isn't my boss?
a man who teaches me jiu-jitsu who can kill me is my boss, bro.
Yeah. But I thought to myself, he's probably going to hear this. Even though there was nothing bad said. There was nothing bad said.
Cue the disclaimers.
Yeah. There's some sort of waiver that we had to sign before we started this.
Fire him.
Is there maybe there's a waiver where you can make people sign before they listen to it. Is that like a little clicky?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It should be. Like, I feel like you will not be offended.
Like
in today's culture, in today's culture, like everybody's offended by everything. Be like, you will not be offended. You will still go to your job and not go to that protest.
Back in my day, I'm gonna throw out some sexual deviancy.
Can you throw some
back dates? In my day when
pre Tupac
back in my day when you tried
Tupac?
To get on it was probably around the time of Tupac when you wanted to get on a porn site.
1996.
When you got to get on a porn site, you had to click a little thing that said, "Hey, I'm 18 and older. I'm responsible for myself." I don't think it's like that anymore. I feel like you can just click. Porn, yeah. let's talk about categories in Pornhub.
Click. Here I am.
Real quick, Alex.
Dude,
just kidding.
No, man.
We don't need to go there.
No. And I
hope. What's the worst category you put into porn?
Oh my gosh.
Kidding.
I feel like some of the conversations.
Alex wouldn't have this conversation.
No.
He's a little bit more appropriate.
Here's the thing. I don't hug. And I don't have porn conversations. That's not 2 rules I live by. All right? Right? 2 things I hate.
Yeah. No. I feel like you would have that with a man, but you wouldn't have with a woman. This backs up to your you won't hug a woman thing.
Yeah, no, I feel like I don't know, man. End of the day, like I try to bring a little bit of I don't know what's the how you say in America.
How you say?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like end of the day, I want to be as transparent. Like if me and my buddy are joking around with something inappropriate and it's not degrading to anybody, I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. But then there's a point where I'm like, well, if it's not between me and my buddy, but it's the world, like I don't feel like I'm gonna, go that far.
It's the world.
It's the world.
Wow, you just, I feel like generalized to a large population.
I feel like Lenny Kravitz is just sitting there and listening and be like, Alex, man, you're better than this, bro.
Lenny Kravitz? Huh.
Am I saying it wrong? Or do you think it's more humor? You think it's more
Lenny Kravitz? If Lenny Kravitz is judging you, then you've got some things happening in your life.
Well, bro.
Because Lenny Kravitz is a freak.
WWLD, bro.
He's a freak, bro.
Is he?
From what I've heard. I don't know him personally, but
I gotta find a different person.
You can, yeah. If you're thinking of who's gonna judge you, you need to jump it down a few notches.
What do you think of Ryan Seacrest?
Maybe like Pence, Vice President Pence or something. Yeah.
You don't want to bring politicians into it because they always say like dirty money.
He looks like he has a strong stance, though.
Do you think so?
Oh yeah, I can see it in his eyes. He's definitely a.
What do you think Raul
powerful
Labrador?
Man.
Do you think like what would Raul Labrador do? Congressman.
I've seen signs of him, but I have no idea who he actually is. I'll be honest. I've seen some vote for Raul Labrador signs. Never actually met the man or seen the man or heard any of his policies, so I won't.
He's a local cat too, so we should.
He's an Idaho guy, right?
Yeah, he's an Idaho guy. We're gonna
shout out to Raul Labrador.
Yeah, you know what you did.
You know what you did. Oh God!
Keeping it as vague as possible. All right.
I thought we were going respectful route.
It's gonna get so many people go, what did he do? And then the other half is like,
wow,
they didn't disrespect him.
Bring it in.
Yeah, they didn't disrespect I literally know nothing about...
Suddenly there's an FBI investigation on Raul Labrador.
We're getting shut down. Turn the mic off.
Yeah. They come to the house and just take away our mics. There's like...
They try to break the mic. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like the old time radio stations, when they're like trying to get away with something, they're pirate radio, and you see them coming in, and they like shut the power down.
You're in a small town, you're afraid of the congressman. Oh my gosh. Oh, dude.
Wow, you just.
What's out here in Middleton? By the way,
sweaty right now.
This is Jeremiah's house, and this is man cave. Middleton is like, what is it? How many miles outside of Boise? 20-ish?
I think it's a little longer than that, isn't it?
Well, it's about
25, 30.
I'm in Meridian, and that's west Boise, but that's like it still took me like 40 minutes to get here. I packed a lunch.
Yeah.
I just didn't know what the weather.
So I'm even outside of Middleton, technically.
Are you really?
Mm-hmm.
What do they call it? Caldwell?
Yeah, I'm in a Caldwell address.
I just realized. Yeah. Interesting. So who's out here? Like, who's your guys' Terminator out here?
I have no idea.
You gotta show respect.
No clue, dude.
Show respect.
I don't know because.
Do not burn bridges like we just did with Raul.
Because we're county, so because we're outside of city limits, so we're just county.
So you're governed by the 4-H? Is that what you're saying?
We're governed by our HOA, which is made up of.
Right. The HOA tells you whether or not you can marry the same sex or not.
I hope so. Someone's got to regulate it, Alex. Okay.
I believe so.
Someone has to be there. You can't let people go around all willy-nilly thinking they're gonna. Just do what they want.
We're not in Russia anymore. I mean, that's the way I look at it, right?
So they can do what they want.
No. Well, I feel like a lot of people feel like they can
Communism's
do
dead,
until,
sir.
Well,
Don't try to bring your red.
Listen to me.
Your red sickle ways here.
Listen. I'm a red boy in a red state.
Whoa, yeah. It's for.
You've seen that bumper sticker.
It's for sure red state. But,
What you called? No, dude. Communism.
I promise we wouldn't go political.
Communism might be dead, but Putin's still alive.
Putin.
Oh, Pootie.
He's got to be. Dude. Well, no, Putin's alive. Who was the guy that was really popular when back in the Cold War?
Well, I don't know. Well, there's Gorbachev.
Gorbachev.
The red-nosed reindeer? No, well, I don't know, actually. In Russia, they had a lot of these jokes about him being this alcoholic and stuff like that. Like the red nose is like a key sign
of
liver failure, I guess.
It's a start. It's a start, sir, for sure.
Dude, so I read this article that it's a Facebook article, so it's accredited.
It's gotta be.
Yeah, a bunch of people from Seattle, my home state.
They threw up a Wayfair ad right off the bat.
Home state. What's that?
That's usually the first sign.
The first sign, yeah.
When it pops up a Wayfair ad, when you click on it.
Yeah. If you have to skip through 3 seconds of ads.
That means it's legit. Yeah.
3 seconds of ads.
Go ahead. Go on with your story.
A ton of people are not vaccinating their kids in Washington, apparently. And there's like a measles outbreak right now. That's a good thing.
I've heard that. That's a pretty big measles outbreak.
What? So listen to me. Here, we're gonna go because the whole thing about this podcast, man, we're gonna hit up everything: sports, parenthood, MMA, whatever. So listen to me. What are your thoughts on the whole immunization thing? Because here's my perspective. When I first became a parent, so I have 2 boys, 3 and a 5-year-old. When I first had kids, my wife and I, we were reading, mostly her, but we were reading all these books about like immunization and what it does and signs of autism and all this stuff. And so we're like, okay, we're not going to immunize. We're just going to give them these like vitamin K or something like that. I don't know. What did it?
You guys weren't going to immunize?
We were not going to because of all these articles that are out, right? Like, don't get them these milk bottles that have plastic in it because of cancer and, buy only glass. It almost, wild. It was crazy. But
that's wild to me that, that people even consider not
No, but here's...
Not using vaccinations.
But here's the thing, though. Here's what I want to say. I've always kind of pinned it this way. I think there's a lot of people nowadays. I think it's cool how these new first-time moms and dads.
Did you do it?
Well, I'll get to it. In a second. So all these first-time moms and dads, they're getting so like it's almost. I don't want to call it. It's the wrong name. But it's like this. It's like a fad that as a first-time parent, you're reading all this stuff, right? There's so many articles out there of what you can or should or shouldn't do, and all these recommendations. When is it appropriate for the kid to start talking? What kind of content should be in a bottle, plastic, glass? All this stuff. They're scaring all these moms with SIDS, which is a real thing, but they're terrifying them. Everybody, they're terrifying with these articles of what they call dry drownings, right? And so every mom and dad out there, they're all Googling this stuff as a first-time parent. So a second-time parent coming around, you're like, oh, this is easy. Now, It wasn't until I started working in the NICU at the hospital, and it was the first time I've seen kids come in who were legitimately had measles, who legitimately had whooping cough, and seeing those kids struggle for their life,
right?
You're like, no, like I'll take that chance. Like I don't want to put them through this feeling of suffocation and just like those little guys can't expand their own chest. And so I specifically remember that day. I was still in rounds in the hospital, and I texted my wife. I was like, we're immunizing our kids. And I think our boys were like a little bit over a year or so like that. I don't remember who was the youngest.
Oh, so you guys hadn't?
And so up to that point we did. And then after that, my wife, she's like, oh my gosh, yeah. And so we both got on the same page, and we got both of them up to speed on everything. And we were like, look, at the end of the day, here's how I look at it. Yes, there's all these outliers. There's all articles. The internet is out there to scare you. We've all sat there 4 hours into...
That's what sells.
4,000 hours on YouTube Googling Illuminati and how everybody's in it, right? First of all, I'm a little offended that we're not in it. We didn't get that invitation.
I made some calls. I'll just put it that way.
But end of the day, you're like, look, if that 1%, it's a small percentage. I know it's a small percentage, but if at the end of the day, that 1% gets it after being immunized, or that 1% has the side effects, like one of my friends, she's 40-something years old. She didn't have her flu shot, so her body actually reacted. She never had a flu shot. Apparently, she's allergic to it. But she's at 1%, and I'm like, I'd rather take that 1% chance than a lot larger of a chance for my kid to be part of this epidemic of now measles like spreading throughout Washington.
It's also box for a second about flu shots, because a lot of people react poorly to flu shots.
Yeah.
And that's rough. I'm sure you have a rough 3 days of going through that. Maybe you have flu-like symptoms. You go
muscle ache, right?
Yeah. Well, everyone's gonna get a muscle ache. That's just part of part
some
of
people are
sticking
weak. Some people
sticking
are weak.
it. Yeah, you know, if I put an inch and a half needle into you, it's gonna make your shoulder hurt a little bit. Let's be honest, it's going to.
It's
regardless,
going to sting.
No matter how gentle I am about it, but
what's your gentle?
Here's the thing, yeah, dude, I'm so gentle.
So gentle. Shh. Let it happen.
Yeah, you felt my touch, you know.
Yeah.
You know.
They call me the gentle giant.
No,
that's secret.
No, but the point of you getting your children vaccinated, the point of you getting a flu shot is for everyone else out there. Everyone else that has a weaker immune system that can catch the flu well. Like, you can pick it up and be a carrier and just go right to the next person and hand it off to them.
Yeah.
And that's where the struggle is. You know, when you look up the statistics of how many people die off the flu, it's mind blowing. Because I personally I did go through a spell where I was like, I'm not getting a flu shot, man. It messes me up. I don't like it. My body doesn't react well to it. And you know, when I really sat down and thought about it though, and saw how many people get affected by the flu, you know, like, and how many elderly people die every year, and newborns, you know, young, it's insane, and it's so selfish. It was so selfish of me to not get the flu shot for, you know, I think there was a good 2 years there where I didn't do it. But
do you know the way I look at flu shots now?
What?
As my way of going, not it. That's what I do.
I'm not the guy.
Yeah. If somebody's Nana's out there, like, I don't know how I got the flu. I'm like, not it. Nana, I got it right there. I got it.
You can see it. You can see it.
Yeah, these scars.
Yeah, they gave me a sucker.
Yeah, I got.
I still have the sticker to prove it, dude.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll bring it out.
That's what they should do for the non-vaccinated children. They should make them wear stickers.
Yeah, like a patch.
No,
like
I wasn't vaccinated.
Yeah. My parents don't care for me. Yeah. My parents are not risk takers.
Yeah, I honestly.
No.
I couldn't come up with a good excuse not to vaccinate.
Yeah, no. All joking
aside. That's when it comes down to is I couldn't. There was never. I didn't even consider it. Like, but it wasn't the big thing though. Like, you know, you coming up now. Yeah. It's kind of a. Yeah. I think it's taking a dive again. Like, it had the kind of peak thing where people were like,
so how old is your oldest? 17?
No, she's 18.
18. Okay, so being a first-time parent,
19,
18 years ago, we weren't having these conversations, right?
Yeah,
18 years ago,
you
got
your kids vaccinated.
These articles aren't popping up for, like, my oldest is 5, so I would say the last 6,
let's be honest,
years,
when she was born, like, social media wasn't even a thing.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
18, 19 years ago.
Was MySpace around at that point? Were you customizing your theme song when you get on that page?
I don't think I was even on MySpace yet.
No.
When she was born, but now... I mean, maybe it was probably a short year or two, maybe.
Do you remember your MySpace? Do you remember what theme song you had on your MySpace at any point in time?
Theme song.
Yeah. Was it Korn? Twisted Transistor?
No, that wasn't even around then.
No?
Twisted Transistor? No, Korn was around, but not that song. That song was a little later than
that. Grandpa, tell me about it.
Tell me about what it used to be like in the old days.
Was it really all black and white?
Gather around, children.
Yeah. I remember, like it was just yesterday.
Got a story to tell.
So I came home after WW1. Yeah. That's crazy.
No. Yeah. It just wasn't considered, and you know, now with social media and everything, there's certain things that are going to sell. If I wrote a book about how everyone should get vaccinated and why you should get vaccinated, nobody's going to read that.
No.
People want to read about like you shouldn't vaccinate because it causes autism.
100%.
You have a 0.001% chance of getting an autistic child if you do. You know, I mean, it's.
Could you imagine putting a video out there or an article, and all it is you have an image of a disappointed parent and a title like what I didn't know about when I vaccinated my kids?
I wouldn't have gotten. That would be the title. I wouldn't have got my kids vaccinated if I had known.
Oh, yeah. And then there's a picture of ISIS in the back.
People click all over that.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
ISIS. Yeah. That's not even a thing anymore, I feel like.
ISIS was a fad, is what you're saying?
ISIS was a fad.
Joke's on them. Yeah. Indiglo jeans.
Hey, ISIS, you're out.
Yeah. Indiglo jeans, puka shells.
Hey, ISIS, you're out. Denim, you're back in.
Yeah.
Get in here.
Yeah.
Denim Levi jackets, back in.
Corduroys, denim Levi, puka shells, beads, and accessories. You're in. ISIS, Oprah, and your book club, you're out.
I'm speaking of that. I miss puka shells, bro.
You do?
I used to rock the pukas, dude.
I don't know, man.
Rocked them. Now when I see people, I think it's cheesy. It goes back to the faux hawk talk we had the last
episode. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
If you're rocking a faux hawk right now, there's a good chance you have puka shells on too.
I feel like you need to take a really quick 6-second moment into that mic and look straight at the camera and touch the souls of the people with the faux hawks?
I used to. Hey,
I know you're going through something.
If you're out there,
you're not alone.
Yeah, there's others out there that also have faux hawks. And
there's help.
Yeah,
I'll do the Sarah McLachlan commercial thing. Here, you do it.
If you need someone to talk to at any time of your life, call me. Like I'll put my number on this at the end of this podcast and just call me. We can talk about it.
37 cents.
You know,
look at you.
Podcast.
You're so brave. You're so brave.
Faux hawks and puka shells.
We lost a lot of good bros. We lost a lot of good bros to puka shells. We did.
Yeah, there's meetings for you out there. There's people that are just like you that can help you and they can stand by you throughout this entire process of converting over from getting rid of the faux hawk and
getting immunized.
You know, unclipping the puka shell necklace and just putting it away.
Yeah,
just put it in your drawer.
Bro, hey, that's the thing, bro.
You know,
just put it away.
Just put it away.
Just
put
it away.
Hey. Just slick it to the side.
Yeah. Just get that sucker off your neck. And
you know how it goes from I know what you're doing right now. You're taking it from side to side and you're going straight up. You know what? One swoop is actually easier.
You might be going.
It's easier than fighting that never-ending fight of the faux hawk.
You might be going there, bro. Jared, Alex, you don't know me. You don't know what I'm going through. And yeah, you're right.
Things in my life.
But we've all gone through something similar. That chick, she's not worth it, bro. She doesn't respect you for the hair. Her parents will never accept you.
No.
Right?
I'll guarantee she's big in front of you with her friends right now.
Yeah, she's flexing on you, bro. You get yourself, you go on to Supercuts.
She's with her smooth haircut boyfriend, right?
Who got a job.
Side piece.
Rumor has it he has a Netflix account, a Hulu account, a steady job, entry level at HP. It doesn't have the healthcare benefits.
That's a good point. If you're out there with a faux hawk, you're sharing someone's Netflix account.
Oh, for sure.
That's for sure happening.
For sure, you don't own your own Netflix account. I remember when I first owned my first Netflix account. I told the mother-in-law, you know what? No, the bridge stops here.
I've shared this with you for long enough. I've stolen your Netflix account for long enough.
I want to be a man. I want to have my own favorites category.
I'm tired of seeing things you might want to watch and it's not me.
I'm sick and tired of being recommended P.S. I Love You and The Notebook.
Over and over again.
Yeah. And your occasional, Jean-Claude Van Damme movies, which I also watch.
Who doesn't?
Shout out to Mother-in-law who's got good taste.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
She dabbles a little bit.
That's gangster, bro. I respect that. I really do. Steven Seagal, I respect that.
Yeah, it's probably from her background.
It got me through the 90s. It did. It got me through the 90s.
Karate Kid.
Right. Do you think Steven Seagal legitimately? So I've heard this that he's a legit Aikido martial artist.
Yeah.
He's legit. He looks a little bit of they have these accounts called fake ass F or whatever. But
fake as F.
Yeah.
Fake as F. Oh, he's like one of those guys that
they'll
really
come in guys are charging him and he's just
throwing him. Well, I mean, this kind of goes back to the judo talk we had in the last episode that Aikido is what it is. I mean, if you're a lifelong, there's so many martial arts out there, and if you've been practicing it for 20, 30 years, there's probably some damage you can do on a person with it. But if you or I just go into an Aikido shop and start and put in a good year there, let's be honest.
Don't say anything.
Let's be honest.
Hey,
we're gonna look.
Come on.
Yeah, it's just like it's like kung fu. There's things that look really good on camera, but I mean, realistically, it's not gonna.
Really?
You're not gonna protect anybody.
I heard Aikido.
You'll barely save yourself. Don't try to save anyone else,
bro. Come on.
But do I think that Steven Seagal is a badass? Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's been doing it his entire life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure he can put some pain on somebody.
Do you think anybody who's been doing something like Aikido their entire life, do you think they could still hold their own down in a street fight?
Street fight, yes.
You think so?
For sure.
Because isn't Aikido originally based off of guys disarming another guy with a sword and stuff like that?
Yeah,
use their momentum to.
Aikido's a lot of weaponry too. There's a lot of weapons. Right. Bow staff.
Because the whole idea is if you lost your
staff,
the whole thing is you lost your sword or whatever, and then somebody's coming at you with a sword. The whole thing is you're going to use their momentum against themselves.
Yeah.
Do you think that
it's a lot of fun stuff like that?
Do you think it's still true and all that stuff?
Yeah.
I don't know too many cats are walking around with swords.
I like I said, I think with
shout out to Raul Labrador.
If you're training,
Mr. Labrador, all due respect.
We apologize.
All the respect.
Yes, I respect all your political views, sir. With anything, man. I feel like if you train hand-to-hand comment all the time, then you're gonna be good on the street.
Anything.
Yeah, anything. Even if it's some whack-ass,
thumbnail.
Shit.
Some word.
Yeah, thumbnail pulling. It's a real thing.
Yeah,
it's
but I devoted 27 years of my life.
Yeah. If you're practicing hand-to-hand with your entire life, then you are gonna be ready on that point if it ever comes.
Just because your mind already thinks in such an advanced level.
You're already in an attack first zone, or you have some kind of crazy defense or something.
You can't be a white belt Aikido thinking he can do anything.
No. You'll have a chance. But I do think a white belt
in jiu-jitsu can do something in a bar fight, right? Yeah. No, that's a different story. What about a white belt with a single stripe, bro?
Look out. White belt with a single stripe, someone's getting hurt.
Oh, we'll mess you.
Yeah.
We talked about this we touched on this for a second, jokingly. Illuminati. What are your thoughts, bro?
They're out there.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dude, I used to believe so hard into Illuminati.
What's that religion? The Mason that all the presidents are always
part
of?
Freemasons.
Freemasons, even the sign for it looks all Illuminati-ish and stuff like that.
It looks sciencey to me.
I would love to just dabble into it. Because they're all over. I see them everywhere. Yeah. And they have really nice churches. They probably don't even call them churches.
I think they're called lodges. Ooh. No, legitimately, I saw the word lodge on the side of a building one time.
Lodges.
It might have just been a lodge.
Are you talking Eagles? I think you're talking Eagles Lodge. That's like a old folks bar.
You call it a community center.
Eagles Lodge.
Yeah.
It's like the Elks Lodge, dude.
Dude, I don't know.
People go there to bowl and drink and sit in a bar filled with cigarette smoke.
So I listened to one podcast.
There's two places in this world that you can still smoke in.
Where?
And that's an Eagles Lodge and an Elks Lodge.
What's an Eagles Lodge?
It's just like the Elks Lodge. You know the Elks Lodge?
No. What's that?
I don't know. It's a good question. What is it exactly?
It's like a local thing.
It's like a place that you actually have to have a membership to go into. But it's like old folk that just
very
sit around
Illuminati-ish. It's got that masonry kind of feel to it.
No. It's a bar.
Is there a secret handshake?
There might be, but it's a bar that you have to get a membership to. You actually have to have like a card to get into it.
I already know the password to that place.
But it's just
you know the password to the places?
Is it Funky Town?
Like to get into it? Like no. I bet you come in and like, what's the password?
Boop, 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 boop.
No, he goes. The password's either one of two. Nam.
Nam.
Or Vietcong.
That's basically what it's made up of. A lot of older vets and stuff that just want a place that they can go to and drink and smoke as much as they want.
Keep calling the other people Orientals.
Orientals. Yeah, they're not saying that, but
a bunch of racist dudes walking into a bar.
They're using other words.
Yeah.
But,
and if they get caught, they're like, "We're part of the Illuminati." No, you're not, Grandpa.
You're
just racist.
Come on, Grandpa.
Oh, everybody's racist grandpas down there.
Yeah. I actually went to one on my 21st birthday.
To what?
Because my 21st birthday was on a Sunday. I remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
There it was. I went to a.
How old are you now? 40 what?
Oh my God.
You're not 48, are you?
I'm gonna kill you.
You're what, 38?
I'm 39, bro.
You look.
You're not 40 yet.
Hey,
not 40.
You don't look a day older. 42. Can I just tell you that right now? You're so. Not a day, bro. Not a day.
Good.
Not a day. Whatever you're doing, proactive or anything, keep doing it.
Yeah, let's talk about my age, and then right after that, we'll take a moment to talk about Jesus. all fun things. All fun things to talk about.
Perfect segue.
Yeah.
So it was a Sunday. You went to this place,
Yeah, that was the only place that was open on a Sunday in the particular Southeast Idaho town that I grew up with, and because it's very Mormon area. And,
shout out to the Mormons.
Shout out to LDS.
LDS.
Yeah. That's
feels weird saying it.
Oh, yeah. But so I went to an Eagles Lodge, and
I gotta Google it.
It all went from there. It all went downhill from there.
And this is why I am the way that I am.
Yeah.
That's good.
And seen to me. Yeah.
And I never looked back.
By the way, there was. It's like it was just yesterday.
Interesting.
Reach out and grab it.
Interesting, man. That's nuts, man.
Yeah, it's just like an old folks retiree bar.
It could be fun.
Yeah, it's mainly
get some storytellers, a bunch of dudes wearing.
In fact, I could be way off, and I apologize. It might be just exclusively for veterans.
Really?
To go to, yeah.
Well, that'd be really cool, though. Like, honestly, that'd be really cool. Just show up. Like, if somebody can invite you as a plus one.
It's a place you can go where you're not
just war buddies.
Gonna find trouble.
Yeah, just a bunch of war buddies just talking.
Don't want to just sit around and be grumpy. And
be grouchy, be grumpy.
Drink.
And they won't even consult. And I think that's
they wouldn't consider taking away smoking. Hey, go ahead and put a no smoking ban
I dare you.
Their bar.
These are the people who gave you your freedoms. I dare you to go tell them.
That's probably part of the reason that it's a private place, so they probably can never take away their right to smoke and whatnot.
Just a place they could be,
regardless of where regardless of what legislature you might put on them.
Yeah, with their discount beers.
Don't tread on me, bro. Don't tread on me.
Yeah,
I'll do what I want.
Yeah, stay in your lane, bro.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Am I gonna smoke cigarettes? No, but I think people should have the right to.
Well, yeah, you never want to put these laws in a place to convert people to be a certain way. I get it. I mean, as a respiratory therapist, I'll tell you this much right now. Don't smoke.
No.
And here's the thing. If you are a 20-something-year-old smoking cigarettes, open your eyes. In fact, how they say, stay woke, bro.
Let's go even deeper, though.
Vaping?
If you're walking around with a vape
smelling like strawberry gum, bro.
Jesus fuck, dude.
Dude, you need to have a reality check. And you know what, though? 25 is a cutoff period that you can drive a hatchback Honda Civic. All right, bro? Like, this is just real talk.
You're doing both. You're doing both, right?
So many mistakes.
If you have a vape pen in your pocket, there's for sure a chance you're driving a Honda Civic.
You got gauges in your ear. You got Honda Civic skinny jeans, all right? Poor taste in music and bad life decisions. You might be a dad, too. Who knows? I don't know.
Who knows?
Oh, man.
Yeah, I think if you're over the age of 21, you can't get away with walking around with a vape pen.
No, dude. I went skiing a couple weeks ago, and I was sitting on the chairlift, and I was like, why does it smell like strawberry bubblegum? A couple of bros up in front of me smoking,
vaping away.
Oh, I don't know if they call it smoking. It's vaporless smoke. I think that's what they call it, or something like that.
Is that the Juul?
The Juul. The Juul's one of them.
I'm unfamiliar with the Juul.
I don't know.
I've heard supposedly the kids are doing it, but
supposedly it's a vape, and this is my understanding. I might be wrong, and all the vapors are going to correct me in the comments.
Yeah.
But supposedly it's like the tiniest what technology can offer you for you to be able to put it into your urethra to hide it, and then pull it out and smoke it.
Wow.
True story.
Wow.
True story.
I didn't know that was
the
case.
The whole thing is that remember in the early 2000s they had the lipstick phone, which is the smallest phone they had. The girls, that was the whole point with the
Juul is the lipstick phone.
The lipstick phone,
of the new generation.
Yeah, the new generation. Yeah.
Wow, we've came far.
Yeah.
Jeez, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations, modern technology.
We lost so many potential men out there. That's what we did. We didn't lose men. We lose potential men.
Potential men.
Yeah. You
haven't became a man yet.
Yeah, a lot of weak semen came through.
Yeah, I didn't.
Got vape pens.
I guess I just don't understand the concept of the Juul. It's like a high nicotine.
I don't think it's high nicotine. I thought
it's got like a.
Is it?
I thought it had like a high, like you can control the milligrams.
But even then,
I don't even know. I should just shut up about it.
No, but even then, okay. So let's say for just fun, we're gonna say, let's say it provides you the most amount of nicotine.
Right.
Look, when smoking became really cool, like what was it, the 60s, 70s, right? People were promoting it, or 40s, 50s, 60s.
Yeah,
people were promoting it from the perspective of looking cool, but there's not enough information out there, studies, or not enough people to even meet. Be like, I used to be, they're doing other things.
Right.
Now,
because people wouldn't live past 70,
dude,
60, 70, and you're getting old.
I'd work at the hospital, and I'd have patients come in for things like COPD exacerbations, emphysema, literally on their deathbed. They look miserable. You're like, I'd never wish it upon it. Their family comes, visits them, go outside, come back, they smell like smoke. I'm like, wow,
you look at that,
you see everything.
That's pretty wild.
What's the excuse, man?
Anywho. This didn't get funny for a little bit there. We went on a
but we got to keep it real every once in a while.
You know what? But shout out to the 50s. There's something to respect about the guys that used to just drink straight whiskey and smoke cigarettes
and then go for a 15-mile run
right in their office, like their business day. They're right in the middle of working.
They went to work and came back home. They've got a
glass of scotch and smoking cigarettes.
Played the ball with their kid when they came home and
for me, I was on the tail end of smoking becoming not cool anymore, and so I remember getting into an airplane and smelling like cigarette smokes, because they were they'd already banned smoking on airplanes, but still planes that were used at that time, so you could still smell it. And I was a former smoker when I was younger, and I remember going to college, and I remember there came a point when I would go out to the smoking area at the college.
A little booth.
And there was
just little booths.
No, we didn't have booths yet. We were in.
It looked like a bus station.
Yeah, see that generally became because that was like I think the smokers became like a
disability.
Like pouty. Yeah. It became pouty pants. Pouty pants smokers. Like, well, if we can't smoke in here, then we want our own little shelter.
And then the non-smokers were like, why can't I have 2 breaks during my shift? Yeah. They're like, I'll pick up smoking.
We've all seen that. But anyway, I just remember a point going out to smoking. It was like I was the only person out there. It was like me and one other person, and then I was like, all right. It's time for me to.
Was that an opening for you?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was big into jiu-jitsu and all that too, and it was kind of like I had this mind frame that I was like, I was gonna start competing and doing all these things.
Gotcha.
And,
so you had big plans. Yeah.
Yeah, but then I was like, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm gonna drink a beer and light up a cigarette afterwards and be the cool guy. Because there was I wish I could remember his name right now, but there was a boxer who used to smoke a cigar after he won in the ring. In the ring, and he would like crack a beer open. And he was like, I was like, oh, this dude's my hero.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep that.
Like, if you can do it, I can do it. Yeah.
But it just became, I don't know.
It's weird.
It became a weakness. It was like, over it.
You're like, I don't want another crutch kind of thing in my life. I rolled with a guy in my class, really nice guy, but he. You're rolling with him. You're like, you smell like secondhand smoke or cigarettes or something like that. And it's always interesting to me because I'm like, hey, if you're trying to quit, I totally get it. I respect it. Like, all the best to you. Most of the time, the guys that get into jiu-jitsu are the guys that are like cleaning up the rest of their life as well. They're like, I'm gonna get my health in order. I'm gonna start eating better and stuff like that because it just helps you in jiu-jitsu. They're so for it. But it's just so strange, like being in any kind of athletic sport or competition or any kind of training with somebody, and then you're like, oh, they're also a smoker. And it's just so strange to me because it feels like it's counterintuitive. Like here you are, like grappling. I consider myself a runner, a long distance runner. Like I can run 13 miles, but that doesn't help me in jiu-jitsu. And here's a guy who's smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, it's a different kind of stamina.
It's absolutely like I can't roll with 4 guys. My body's shaking afterwards. I'm fatigued out. Like I'm using every ounce of muscle in my body. And here are these guys that are smoking and they're just rolling smarter.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
You just become. You get to a point where you know when to
enough's enough,
catch your breath or whatever.
Yeah. No, good for you.
As far as stamina goes.
So how long have you not smoked?
It's been 10+.
10+. Wow.
Yeah.
Good on you, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run a 5K for you.
This
summer to raise awareness.
Quick shout out to smokers who want to quit. Quit for a day.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
Quit for 2 days. It really sucks. But remember how bad it sucked the first day. That's always my advice I give.
That's good.
That's always my advice. Like if you quit for a whole week, you just put yourself through some bullshit for 7 straight days. 7 straight days of bullshit.
Yeah.
And then if you smoked then, like it was all worthless.
Yeah.
So just keep building off that. That's how I quit. It was like 1 day was horrible, 2 days was even worse, 3 days was completely terrible. But every day that I went through it, if I smoked, that would have been just a worthless. Just put myself through torment,
At what point?
And that's how I quit.
At what point did you?
And that.
Yeah.
Signed. Yeah.
First of all, thank you for being so brave.
Yeah.
Hey, at what point, just out of curiosity, did you feel like it was a little
Jeremiah.
bit easier? What point did you feel like it was a little bit easier on you? Like just a little bit. You're like, it's not all hell right now. Like, at what point did you feel like, oh?
It was like I think it was about the 3-month mark.
Wow.
That I was like cool. It was like
really?
I don't need it at all. Like there was no, but still, even to this day, certain moments will happen, or it'll be like a hot summer's day, and I'll crack open a beer, and it'd be like
muscle memory,
you get this,
right?
you get this like thought in your head, like, oh man, if I just had a cigarette right now to sit out here in a nice cool summer's day.
To quote our bro,
I crack open my Corona with a nice cool.
To quote our bro Theo Vaughn, so that's how I feel about steroids, bro.
Steroids.
Every once in a while I want to party on steroids. All right, Jer.
I'm not even sure I ever heard him actually say that.
No. I think we need to close this puppy down.
Are we wrapping it?
I think we got to start wrapping it. My bladder's full, man. So much stuff to talk.
So much more things to talk about.
We
haven't even gotten a little too serious, I think.
No, I think it was good because at the end of the day, you want to do this emotional roller coaster where you
roller coaster.
You laugh and then you cry.
Yeah, we did drink a couple of beers, but this was going to be titled the dry episode because we were planning on so early.
Yeah.
It's only noon. It's only noon here.
It's lunch.
We're drinking at noon.
We had a couple
lunch beers.
Well, I wouldn't say we drink. We had a couple
lunch
of
beers.
Yeah, lunch beers. Yeah, we went to lunch with a friend.
Yeah.
Had a
So
beer.
so
that's what,
wait for the wet episode if you weren't entertained by this one.
the wet episode. Yeah, iTunes is
the
not,
wet. It's gonna be.
iTunes is not approving.
Hey, real quick, you remember? You don't remember this? Back in the '80s, when you'd walk into Blockbuster, there would be categories in the videos. You know, VHS videos that you're going to rent. And one of the categories was always the wet and wild category. Ooh. And that was like the 80s comedy, you know, where there might have been a few...
Martin Lawrence?
No, this was before Martin Lawrence, dude. We're talking, it's just the 80s skin flicks where it's funny and it's silly and there's guys, you know, probably doing drugs and stuff.
Interesting.
And then, you know, a bikini top's going to fall off at least once throughout the show.
Is this stand-up? Is this stand-up or is it a movie?
No, it's movies.
So it's essentially...
They were the wet and wild movies.
It's like 80s version of American Pie, basically.
Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's in that genre.
Genre.
That was always the best, to see the wet and wild comedy. And that's what, and bringing that up, that's what our next episode is going to be, the wet and wild comedy episode.
That's going to be a good topic. I think
we're going to go straight.
Good clickbait.
Yeah. It's going to be, it's going to
Pillow Talk, wet and wild.
Alex is going to be, pouring the drinks, so it's going to be straight vodka.
We won't be wearing shirts. That's a promise.
Shirtless. Yeah, that'll get you guys all.
We'll call that segment Secret Time.
Secret
All
Time.
right, let's sign off. Jared, give him a good sign off.
Good sign off.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for listening to Pillow Talk with Alex and Jared. Come again.
I already did this. See ya.
We both have to do this?
Oh no.
Who shouldn't?